Hello, hello, hello. What is going on, guys? Intellectual Radio. Let's go. Brandy J, the Alchemist. Here another Wednesday live with you guys. Happy to be present with you guys. Happy to be here with you guys. Happy for a new year, right? Last week, or the week before last, rather, we concluded with a synopsis of what we did the previous year. Everything we pretty much learned and prospered from, we went over, such as order, divine uniqueness, learning your authentic self, learning tools to ascend, and all these great tools, right, we use to carry us into 2023. And we are here, baby. Yes, let's go. Today's show is always brought to you by True Essence. We are a unique spiritual spot located 1605 West Roosevelt Road in Broadview. We specialize in spiritual tools as well as aesthetics to get you where you need to go. Also, if you haven't already, follow me on IG. That's Brandy J. That's Brandy Y, 3 Ys, J underscore. And also Facebook, it is Brandy Buchanan. And also make sure you follow the link on my IG and get to the website. Start to get some of the tools that you need to be able to ascend. Remember, the tools is just one aspect to the development of one higher self. The tools is like a vehicle, it's like gas, but it also have to have the other components for the vehicle to run, right? So yes, while I emphasize my tools and especially my website, True Essence, Let's Go, I also recommend that you do the meditation, you do the inner work, you do the inner healing, and you do the shadow work so that those tools can be magnified to this greatest opportunity, right, for you to get into your higher self. So yes, getting back in tune with it. Last week we concluded about a synopsis of what we did last year, and this week we're going to kind of dive right into things. We're going to talk about manifestation because we're getting into a whole new spectrum of light. It's a whole new year, meaning a whole new opportunity. As far as numerology, 2023 equals to 7. That is God power, right? On a 7th day, the Lord rest, right? That is it is a divine number, right? So we are in that number. And knowing that number is a completion and also a beginning. It is close to the 8. 8 is infinite, but it's in preparation of the 8, right? And I believe that we are symbolic and in tune with things. So we have to know the times that we're in. So we're in the year of 7, guys. That means manifestation is going to be increased. One's knowledge is going to be increased, and one's inner power is going to be prevailed at this time. So getting right into it, let's talk about the blueprint, right? A blueprint is a course of action that leads towards an objective. Is it a visual strategy, a treasure map, if you will, a guideline, a graphical idea of something being created, something within a subconscious mind, meaning the conscious mind manifesting into the 3D, right? Affecting others, such things as that, right? That's what a blueprint is. That's an idea, an incubation phase, right? Now, when you understand who you are and your divinity, you understand you are crystals. You are everything that is in the stars is made up in you. So your imagination is crystallized. Yes, your imagination, what you perceive, what you think, what you meditate on, what you ponder on. They say an idle mind is a devil's playground. But whoa, if you have control over your words and your mind and your thoughts, it is not the devil's playground. It is your playground to get to the destination in which you desire. So when you crystallize that thing, I said when you crystallize that thing, you bring out the essence of what it really is, right? So you have the power to choose how you want to show up in the world. And with this free will and with this power, you are the captain of your ship. You are controlling this vehicle. You are in control of this intellectual property that you have, right? It is yours. And you can manifest whatever lifestyle that you desire. But whoa, it's heavy that wears the crown. Yeah, because it's a great responsibility that comes along with that, with being aware of your divine power and being in unison with the creator. So now you know that you are not just a creator and creating, but you are co-creating. Who? With the most high, with the divine source. So when you get yourself in alignment with the creator and you are God in itself, little g, not big G. Let's get that straight. You're not bitchy. No, you're not. But we are gods in our own right and that power. And God lives his experience through us. and to understand your consciousness and to understand your power and how it works and to align it with the dominant force, man, you are working with some extreme power, right? Now, understand there's consequences behind all of our fleshly desires. Again, there is a thing as free will. So you can will bad upon the world for your own personal gain, for your own personal wealth. You have the elite or powers that be, or whoever you want to call this figurative of speech that's ruling the world for their own personal gains. But they do not have eternal power. There is a difference. And we need to be aware of that, that in this free will that we have been bestowed with co-creating with the creator, that there's a sense of integrity that we must maintain. There's universal laws that we must understand and understand. There's things that we must do in that. And there's a responsibility that comes along with that, heavy who wears the crown, because that crown chakra, right? The seventh chakra. I'll see how all of these are connected. We are going into the seventh year, the seventh chakra. The crown is what receives the downloads from the creator. It is what receives the information that's being put into your mind that allows you to dissect it. And this is why you must spend time alone. This is why you must read. This is why you must thirst and hunger. Seek ye the kingdom and its righteousness, and all will be bestowed to you. I don't know if I said that quite verbatimly, but the just is that you have to go after it. You have to be hungry for it. You have to want it. And it doesn't quite show up the way that others may think it's supposed to or perceive it to be, but it's uniquely yours. And owning your uniqueness and being conscious of that and understanding how you can manifest the reality that you want, co-creating with the creator. It is an infinite responsibility. Knowing that we are all connected in this universal God power. It's like a network, and that network is known as oneness. We are not separate from one another, and we surely are not separate from the creator. We are one with that divine order. Some may call it Alpha and Omega. Some may call it God. Some may call it Yahweh, the Supreme, Jesus Christ, on and on. Some may say it may not even have a name because it is so holy and true. And that very well may be true. But let's step outside of that. That force and that energy and that power lives through us, and we see it and we witness it through our lives on a daily basis. And recognizing that power within you will definitely take you to the next level. Valuing that connection allows you to be enthreaded into the fabric of life. So you have the elite and the powers that be that's creating this monopoly for their own benefit and their own gain, but they do not have eternal life, right? And if that eternal life is eternal, it is not of higher vibrations. It is not of greater good. See, we have eternal life promise, but not that just eternal life, but a great, beautiful, abundant life. We come from abundance, and abundance is promised to us. And it is my job and pleasure to be able to point out those things, right? Remember, the divinity code is in every cell of the body. The flower of life, which scientists call the sacred geometry. Google it yourself. Let's go. Do the homework. Let's go. Just Google sacred geometry. Look at the pictures that's going to come up. You're going to see a lot of different sacred symbolisms. Some may even call it the tree of life. But those sacred symbolisms that really is in a Mona Lisa, yes, in your Mona Lisa painting, all of that is sacred geometry. The Da Vinci Code, if anybody ever watched those movies, learn the connection between what they're showing us and what's really going on in this reality. We all come from that. All right. The meaning of that is certain geometrical shapes that's associated with the oneness of God. It is the symbol of religious places and sacred things and all of that. So let's start to study the science of where things begin. When you manifest in a 3D, you become the G. You become the generator. You are the little G. Remember, you're not the big G. You are not the source, but you are a G. For sure, you a G. Definitely a G. You came in a G. It's just this world just tainted us and made us forget our God power. But being a G, that means you generate. You are not a consumer like they tell you you are. No, you contribute in a great way. And you have to take time along with self to understand what your contribution is and appreciate it. Your contribution may not be like the next person. If you begin to compare it, you'll say, well, maybe my contribution is even not enough. No, just your mere presence is a force to be reckoned with. Just your mere presence is a force to be reckoned with. And the way you do the things that you do and how you do it, and how you love and how you give and how you atone and how you learn is your way. And believe it or not, you inspire. And that's what they want to take away from you, your divine essence of knowing who you really are and knowing that you matter, because they want you to compare yourself. This is why they're constantly downloading you with images from other people, constantly telling you to look here, look there, look up, look down, look left, left, right, up, down, up, down, up, down. Simon says, Simon says. And you play the game every day. You pledge your allegiance. And this is, and going into this year of 7, going into this new prism of light, right? We got to understand that we got to let go of some of these perceptions of realities and start controlling our vehicle. Who says I gotta stop when Simon says? Who is Simon and why does he say? Like, we gotta start asking some of these questions. Who made these things? Who made these laws? What's really going on? We gotta kind of peek behind the veil. And really, when we realize that we gotta peek behind the veil, we realize the veil been really opening. They've really been exposing themselves and the agenda. And we're in tune with it, but not enough to make change. But the change is now. And as the Lord rested on the 7th day, so will we physically. See, now it is not a physical war. This is all a spiritual war that's going on right now. So that's why some, and even most, may get lost in the sauce of it, right? Because it's not a physical war. It's not. It's all spiritual. All of this is about your intellect, your mind, your prism of light, the way you perceive things, what you can create, how you create, all of that. That's what they're after, because they know that now your God power, but do you know what to do with it? Ooh, ooh. You know your God power, but do you know what to do with it? It's one thing being woke. Black lives matter. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Some may even say all lives matter. Yes, they do. Absolutely. Yes, they do. But let's just say this: woke isn't clearly woke. Some may still have the little coding. I know sometimes I do too. I'm not exempt. But the thing about it is that we all have to hold one another accountable. So I'm not exempt for being held accountable, and neither are you, because the whole objective is what? To ascend, right? To take this thing where it needs to go, to take this vehicle where it needs to go, and to understand that all of this is connected, right? Everything is connected to oneness. We have approached a great year of 7. 7 means completeness, perfection, fulfillment, right? It's the bridge between heaven and earth. It's the medium between heaven and earth. It's our connection. That's why fueling and crystallizing our imagination by eating better, which I still work on. I got to work on, y'all. I'm still working on it. So if y'all see me out and about slamming some Uncle Remas or doing whatever, just mind your business, okay? But it's eating healthy, it's breathing, it's meditation, it's time alone, it's practicing those exercises and all that, getting the blood flowing. All these things are great ways to crystallize yourself and your imagination. When you begin to realize that you are crystallizing yourself with just doing daily deeds. Give us this day our daily bread. What is your daily bread? All right. Think about what that daily bread is. What are you giving? And how are you allowing those things? You'll begin to know that inner wisdom, intuitiveness, mystical insights, faith, truth, personal liberation, harmony, practicality, and spirituality, right? Practicality and spirituality. Because some may seem like, man, I see you be cool and you got the spiritual thing on, you be meditation and all of that. I am still learning, and so are you. Take it easy on yourself. I feel like I just had to say that right now. You don't have to be overly spiritual to get the job done. No, 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 no. If you are not saging your home, and I always go back to that movie with with Ike and Tina Turner, how she was num him ringing on. I love that movie and I love that scene, y'all. But she had really tapped in, right? And her friend, I came to the house and she was looking at her like, "Girl, you is tripping. I really got you over here in the clouds, basically." But she was on a whole other different level. But in that, she actually sat still and sat with her, and just she was just quiet and allow her to just hum and go. And peacefully they harmonized. And she began to appreciate that time. And words could not be spoken about her appreciation to her friend. Because that was the same friend that spoke up for her when Ike and it was eating that cake. He said, "Eat the cake out of it." Everybody know that scene. That was the same friend was like, "No, no, this ain't right." She spoke up and still carried that same energy with Tina after the divorce. And that is real friendship. That is real love. And what I'm saying to say all of that is that to be patient with yourself as you ascend. Do not compare yourself to others. No, that is not healthy. Yes, we can inspire and be inspired from one another, take a page from one another. Oh my God. It is something beautiful about admiring another because you see yourself as that person. Remember, we are all connected. There is no me without you. There's no you without me. There's no God without her, him, me. We are all connected. That's why you can't judge on certain levels on a bigger scale of things. I can judge in a sense where, hey, I see something and I'm noticing that you're going down a wrong course. So let me course correct if I have that allegiance to do so. But as far as just really just judging someone, you can't, because you don't know what predicament led to that predicament and what any predicament could have led to your demise. By the grace of God, we are all still standing. So with that being said, it's like, come on, we got to know who we are, to love ourselves and not to compare one another, but to be inspired by one another. Yes. So now that we understand our power and how we manifest our reality, let's understand more about the body, the genetics, and how it works. Remember, DNA, right? Let's go back to some of our previous shows, quick synopsis, guys, and then we're going to conclude, right? I got a lot to give y'all. We're going to keep going. I love you guys to life. Yes, I love you guys to life because we're watching words. I don't love you to death. Come on, that's some more spells that's been casted. I love you to life because this thing don't stop. That means energy don't die. No, it transcends or transforms. So I love you to life. So if I don't see you anymore on this end of the light spectrum, I know that I'm going to meet you on the other end. And this thing just going to start all over again because really it never ended, right? So let's go. DNA is a storage medium. It is a storage medium of information of light codes passed down through the genetics, right? Our DNA is like a hard drive filled with billions of light codes of information that is passed down through the DNA. So you understand that, right? DNA allows you to unlock certain codes within you. This is why it's important to know that it's spiritual and physical warfare taking place. So while, yes, you got a spiritual warfare, still got to be physically equipped. Practicing mantras like meditation, affirmation, sun gazing, sound healing, all these things will help you unlock your genetic codes. Remember, within your genetic codes is information, such as the epigenetics, which we spoke about in other shows. Quick synopsis. Yes, I love that word. So, epigenetics is a study of how our behavior and environment can change the way our genes work. Based off your environment, our programming is being taken place from the time that you are born. Your environment is basically coding within your DNA, right? So the DNA has no connection to the past, present, or future, just like our higher selves has no connection to the past, present, or future. In this 3D prism of light, in this 3D light, we're locked into a prism of time or the perception of time. But when you get into other lights and dimensions and higher lights, there's no such thing as time. Right. So this thing is really happening simultaneously. And as we evolve into this thing, unveil this thing, you'll understand that even more. Right. Even more. So the electromagnetic field is what unifies us. Right. We're all tethered to this invisible string. So think about an invisible string that you're tethered to the core of the universe. That is a frequency, right? A sound wave, a spectrum of light. All these things are connected. That carries waves of information. So that little line, that little string carries information. And each of us tune into those different frequencies, right? No matter what dimension of light we are on, we tune into these frequencies. All right. So it's important for us to have this universal appreciation and homage towards this frequency, towards this tether that connects us to inner truth. I love talking about Avatar. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but see it, please. It just shows when they, at the end, they had lost their son and they connected to this plant, their heart chakra, they connected. And as this connection was taking place, the mom and the dad, they were having memories of their son. And whatever grief that they had was being satisfied at that moment because they understood that connection. So again, this electromagnetic field is centered all around us. All right. We are energy beings. We are energy beings. All right. It's called the quantum field, right? I'm going to wrap it up after this. It's called the quantum field. So the quantum field is everything that's happening around us, right? And who you are with in this quantum is going to either help or hurt you in your ascension, right? So you don't want to get quantumly entangled with the wrong people. That's why it's important to be alone and to know the people that you are supposed to be around energetically, because who you're around energetically is going to play a big role, especially now at this time. Now more than ever. That's why I have to say this. Now more than ever, because we are in a year of a completion, because a lot of us have been woken up in a certain sense. The alarm has definitely went off for a lot of us. So now that the alarm is off, you have a sense of obligation, right? So now that you are aware, you have to spend time alone to allow spirit, God, to show you who and what is no longer serving you and what is serving you as you ascend. Because this quantum entanglement is real, right? It is in tune to your energetic frequency. Your energetic frequency. It's like your aura. Now you come around people, you just pick up big good vibes, and you come around certain people, pick up bad vibes. You might even get around certain people and see energetically different colors. That's weird. But all of that is telling a story. That's a person's energetic signature. This is why you have to be important and intentional who you hang around and who you are with. We have to mind our business. I got to conclude with that. We got to mind our business. Social media and so many things have gotten us in the habit of looking at everybody else, looking at this, looking at that, comparing this and comparing that. We're not minding our own business, because God is having a unique experience through you, the divine, that power spirit, that panther spirit that lives through you, that hunger, that fight, it lives through you. You can't fuel that energy up by looking at others. No, the only way you can fuel that energy is by looking within and appreciating and valuing your own uniqueness. This is why you got to mind your own business, because it's something about when you know your uniqueness, you bring more of it out. And the more others admire theirs and yours, it's like it's a unique thing that's happening within this quantum field. All right. So focus on the now and remember that this is a new beginning and it is time for us to manifest. All around us is energy waiting to be manifested. It is an unlimited potential around us. Remember, you can manifest whatever you want, whatever you choose. A possibility is yours. Yes, along with source, it is yours. This experience is here for you to evolve and to learn. And I believe that if you are determined to evolve, if you are determined to get to the core of who you are and to truly get into your higher self, which is on a whole other different dimension, man, and get to source, that you would not only enjoy the destination, but you also would enjoy the journey. You're going to enjoy the journey, and I'm here to enjoy it with you guys. Remember, every Wednesday we are live, so please call in next Wednesday. I want to hear about some of y'all tools that you guys been using, some of the practices that we spoke about last year, and let's talk about some of the things that we're going to be doing. Remember, we are on Intellectual Radio 708-223-8953, and also, again, follow me on IG if you haven't already. That's Brandy 3YJ_. Again, Brandy 3YJ_. True Essence. Of course, 1605 West Roosevelt Road. Let's go. I am concluding for the night because I feel like that was a lot that I gave you guys. I got pages and pages, but we're going to break this thing down in a more sensible way so that we all can get there. And I really appreciate you guys tuning in another Wednesday live. Let's go. Intellectual Radio, Brandy J. Love you guys. Bye.